Hello everybody, and in this video I'm going to be answering you guys' questions that you asked me about Titanfall, the most frequently asked ones, the ones that I see all the time. I'm going to be answering those. Also, I'm just going to be giving you my opinion, my impressions of the game after playing it for 4 hours. So we're going to start off with this little Titanfall Q&A, and then we're going to move on to my impressions. Now, I just want to say that if I haven't answered your question, it's not because it wasn't awesome, and it's not because I didn't want to. It's just because anything that has not been shown within this beta build, they will not answer. They're not going to tell anyone, they're not going to tell me, they're not going to tell you. So I'm answering the ones that I can answer. So just keep that in mind. So the first question that I see a lot is, how does the health feel? Does it feel like Call of Duty? Does it feel like Halo? And I would say that it feels closer to Call of Duty than it does to Halo, but it doesn't feel like Ghost or anything like that. It feels like probably like Black Ops 1, if I was to say anything. You definitely do not die instantly when someone shoots you. You have time to turn around and kill someone. You see within the footage somewhere within my Titanfall videos, I've turned on people easily. I've gone 2v1 easily. So it definitely has the ability to outplay people with how much health you actually do have in the game. The next question is, does it play like any other game? Does it feel familiar? And it does, in terms of it feels familiar. It feels like an FPS. You can pick it up and you can do well. But on the other hand, it also doesn't feel like anything else I've ever played. It doesn't feel like Crysis. It doesn't feel like Halo. It doesn't feel like Call of Duty. It doesn't feel like Battlefield. It feels like its own thing. You have very similar mechanics to other games, very similar kind of weapon choices, very similar perk setups and stuff like that. But the fact that you can wall run and you can double jump, it might not seem like it's such a big thing and that it really changes anything, but it really does, because you have to look at the world around you in a very different way. You have to look at it in a way of, I can climb anything, I can wall run on anything. And I think it's going to take a while for people to actually get perfectly into that state of mind of, I can climb that, I can run over that, I can jump that. So yeah, in that regards, it feels completely different to anything that I've ever played. The next question is it going to PS4? People are still asking this question. I'm sorry guys, it's not. I know at the beginning it was rumored that it was gonna come to PS4 later on. It's not coming to PS4 at all. Like, it's not coming to PS4. Titanfall 2 may come to PS4, but it's not going to be a yearly release. Titanfall is not coming out once a year, so you could be waiting 2-3 years for it to come to PS4. So if you are wanting to play Titanfall, you're going to have to upgrade your computer or get an Xbox One or get an Xbox 360 and play it on there. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. The next question that I see a lot is, does it play smooth and do the controls feel reactive? And they definitely do. It feels very smooth and it feels very reactive. The one problem that I have with a lot of other FPS games that are not Call of Duty, especially Crysis, is that the gameplay doesn't really feel smooth. It doesn't feel like my character is reacting to what I'm doing, and it just doesn't feel right. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but when you play Call of Duty, everything's very reactive. You press something, it happens. The controls are great. No matter how much you hate that game, the controls are great and it runs very smoothly on a mechanical level. Titanfall definitely does that, which is why I think it's going to do so great, because I think a very big reason why other FPS games do not do as well is because they don't feel as smooth, they don't feel as good, but Titanfall definitely does. The next question is, how is the balancing? Is anything overpowered? Obviously, I have not played against every single Titan. I have not tried every single class. I've only played against a very small selection of what the launch game will have to offer, but I have not found anything to be overpowered yet. I know a lot of people are worried that the mechs, the actual Titans themselves, are going to be overpowered when it comes to fighting pilots, and I would say that it's not a good idea to just stand out in the middle of the street and freaking take on a Titan, because he can just walk over you and crush you. But the game has built in many ways in the map for you as a pilot to hide or stay out of harm's way, or have it just very hard for the Titan to kill you and be able to take the Titan down. So nothing is overpowered that I have experienced so far. Absolutely nothing. Everything has its place and is good in its place, and outside of its place, it's not good. And the Titans and the pilots are, neither of them are overpowered when it comes to fighting each other. The next question is, are they going to be focusing on esports at all, or a competitive scene? And from what I have heard, the game is not going to launch with typical esports features like a spectator mode and stuff like that, but they definitely do plan on implementing it into the game. You just have to remember that Respawn is a very small studio, so I think their focus is just making an awesome game and making it work on a very basic level first, and they're always going to keep adding to the game and updating the game. So esports and competitive stuff will come later. It's not actually that rare for games to do that. A lot of games do that. So yeah, they do definitely want to push it into a competitive scene, but it's just not the focus when the game initially launches. The next question is, what kind of game modes are there? So in the beta, I was able to play 3 different game modes. Now there are going to be more, but these are the only 3 that I've been able to play. Now you have attrition, which is basically team deathmatch. You just kill each other and that's how you win the game. The other thing that you have is hardpoint domination, which is just domination, which you're all familiar with. And the last one that I was playing is called Last Titan Standing, which is where you all start off in a Titan. You don't have to earn it, you start in the Titan. And you have to kill the other players until none of them have any Titans left. And this game mode is actually split into rounds, very similar to Search and Destroy. And yeah, that's what that is. That's actually my least favorite game mode. I'll be honest, I am not a fan of Last Titan Standing. I find it to be very slow. I think that it would be better if it was just one round. If it was just one round, it could be a bit of fun to just hop in your Titan and just shoot each other and smack each other in Titans. But because it's separated into different rounds, some of the matches are about like, I don't know, 13 to 15 minutes long, which I think is really long. So I'm not a huge fan of Last Titan Standing. Maybe I will grow to love it. I think I definitely prefer it if I just hop out of my Titan and let my Titan do its little own AI thing and I run around with my anti-Titan weapon. I prefer it then, but in general, it's definitely not one of my favorites. And the last question is, how is the progression in Titanfall? So of course, we do not know everything about progression. We don't. We don't know if there's a prestige system. We don't know anything like that. But there definitely is a progression system. When I played on the beta, we had a max level that we could reach, but we definitely could level up. If you look at the bottom of the screen near the LB, RB buttons, there's a bar. When that bar fills up, you level up. When you level up, you gain access to new stuff. So it works very similar to what you are used to. You level up, you gain access to more weapons, maybe more Titans. I don't know if you unlock different Titans as you level up, because obviously I haven't played with any of the Titans, but you do unlock abilities and equipment and guns and stuff like that as you level up. So to wrap this video up, I just want to talk about my impression after playing it for a good amount of time now. I would say that I've been extremely excited for Titanfall. You guys know that. I played it at Eurogamer and I came away just falling in love, and I still absolutely love the game. It just has a place in my heart. I don't know, I just love this game. It feels so good. It feels fresh, but it feels familiar. It's a lot of fun. It's fast paced. You can just use the environment however you want to use it. The thing that I really love about Titanfall is that I think anyone can pick it up and have a lot of fun playing it, but I think in order to be really good and make the most of the map and your equipment, your abilities, all that stuff, it's gonna take a while. I think it's one of those games that's easy to pick up and hard to master, and I like that. It creates a skill gap between someone that plays a lot and someone that just never plays. So I really like that. I like that a lot. And that's not to say that if you don't play a lot and you're not that great that you're gonna get completely pooped on, because I think that you can do well regardless. It's just that that person that plays a lot probably knows many different ways to outplay you by jumping and double jumping and wall running. So yeah, I still very much enjoy the game. I'm still very much looking forward to it. It lived up to my expectations and delivered, if not more. I can't say if you guys are gonna love it because we're not the same people. I can't say that you should go and buy an Xbox One for it because I don't know what you like. You might not like it. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that I haven't been this excited for a game in a very long time, like a really long time. It doesn't happen to me that often where I just really connect with a game and feel so strongly about it. So you can take that and do with it what you will, but I think this game is awesome and I cannot wait to have my own soldier and level them up and just become really good at this game. So I hope you guys found this useful, answered a lot of questions. If you have any more questions, leave it in the comment section. I will go through all of them and check them out. Also, if you haven't seen my other Titanfall videos, make sure to check the description and all of them will be in there. And I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.